No, no chicken gaki fix. What are you doing? Hey, what's up? Aw, I missed. Do I think Nioh 3 could implement a 1v1 system between friends? I would love PvP. I don't think that they will be able to do it though. If they couldn't do it for Nioh 2, I highly doubt they'll do it for Nioh 3. Hey, what's up? That's pretty nice. Hi, what weapon would you use along fists? There's many options. I could use any of them. It's just a matter of preference. Aw. I like fists with tonfa, fists with hatchets is a fun one for me. Fist split staff's pretty fun too. Oh, seriously? Ready for another round? Luckily, we will see no troll today. I mean, we'll see. I put a 30-minute sub timer. Ah, so close. You control if you want. Here's hoping Nioh 3 beta will show up in September. Fall months. Damn it. Run over. The wizard. I think the beta will show up November. Ah. Did I play Black Myth Wukong? Yes, I have. I got bored. missed. I got bored at chapter 3. Because I beat Cyan Long, but like, a lot of the bosses are just not memorable, and I kept doing the same attack string over and over and over again with the staff. So like, even with the 3 stances, it felt very dry. I think the release is in March or April. I'm guessing March. God damn it. Oh, come on. Trying to do a fancy combo so I can post it on YouTube next month. Oh, come on. Yeah, we got Ninja Gaiden. Kage combo videos are amazing. Yes, they are. Aww. Oh, miss. Feels bad. Doesn't qualify to me. That one was okay. Do you use PC version of Discord? Because I can't pass through the authentication thing in the mobile version. It literally doesn't give me any confirmation code. Yeah, I use the PC version of Discord. That's pretty much that's what I use. I specifically do not want it on my phone. Last thing I need is more notifications on my phone. Beat all Nioh 1 Abyss Lords or equip the Gaki Soul Core? That's obvious. Beat Nioh 1 Abyss. Never equip the Gaki Soul Core. What weapons are good for humans and what are good for yokai? To a veteran, all of them are good, but for newbies? Alright, I'll get to that advent. Speaking of Discord, yesterday I guess you enabled the phone verification requirement, I got locked out. Yeah, and then I reduced it, because I got some people messaging me about that. You don't need the phone requirement, you just need to be on the server for 10 minutes. So it should be fine now. I was so like worried about trolls that I was just like, okay, highest security possible. But yeah, it should be back to normal now. It should just be you can chat if you've been on the server for 10 minutes. So it's high security, but not super high. Okay, so Advent Gamer, you're asking a good question. What weapons are good for humans and what are good for yokai? To a veteran, all of them are good for both, but for newbies? So I'll try to keep it very simple. Emphasis on try. I would say for humans, fists, very effective. Sword, also very effective on humans. Same with spear. Those are very effective against humans, like when you're just starting out. Tonfa as well. Odachi is anti-human as well. For yokai, I would say axe works a little better. That's actually really tough to say. It's tough to say, because like I have to think of like the weapons I would use preferably against the yokai if I was just new. Split staff would be like one I would use against yokai. Yeah, probably split staff. What else? For yokai, probably Kusarigama. Split staff and Kusarigama if I was just like, hey, I don't know what to do. And the reason for that is based on certain skills. Reaper, very handy against yokai when they're out of key. For split staff, it's going to be Dragon Dance. And you can't really go wrong with Shin Crusher. Like, that helps. No, it's a good question. It's a good question. I appreciate that type of question, Advent Gamer. That's what I'm trying to think. Like, I have to observe patterns. I have to think about the patterns with new player behavior. So new players are going to want one skill to spam a bunch, right? That's kind of easy. Tonfa's no. I wouldn't even recommend Tonfa for a new player. It's good, but like I have to think about like a brand new player, and I'm like, yeah, Tonfa ain't gonna do shit for new players. Like, what are the common weapons people will play? Fists, maybe Odachi. Oh yeah, dual sword's another one because of water sword. But I think the common link between all of these is that the skills that are used are either incredibly spammable or pretty easy to understand. Right, like even skills like Cyclone. Cyclone gets spammed a lot. It's just like super fast. That's kind of that. Or Arc of Chaos. That gets spammed a lot. Right? Right, I don't see players going for infinite retribution. That's not very common. Switchclave's a pretty complex weapon. A lot of the abilities are harder to understand. What gets spammed a lot? Not divine retribution, empty retribution? Hatchets don't really get really much love. Yeah, you're right. Arc of Chaos doesn't show up until pretty late in the game. So let's see. When do you get Cyclone? Adapt? Oh, you don't get this for a while. When do you get Dragon Dance? Like immediately. I mean, if you're a new player, it's just like Dragon Dance, bro. Reaper. Yeah, you can just start with Reaper and Dragon Dance. Yeah, you didn't even get Water Sword for a while. I think with Odachi, you at least get Bolting Boar. Odachi has a lot of good starting things. Imperative Strike ain't bad. Twin Moons is good. Bolting Boar is also good. Viking Wind's Heaven, whatever. Tiger's Blade is okay. Surprised they give you Undaunted. This skill, like, support makes no sense to me sometimes. Yeah, I would just say go with these two weapons. But that's not even because of the identity of the weapons, it's simply because of the starting player experience. For humans, it'd be like, get fists. Why? So you can just... Oh, you can't even spam battering ram, but you can get that pretty quickly. Yeah, battering ram. Takedown? No, that is not a new player-friendly thing. Many of the skills are not that player-friendly. Like, new player-friendly. All pretty complicated. How much? I know lots of people do Fists of Reckoning, Battering Ram, High Stance Spam. It's pretty much like what I noticed, just non-stop. Let's just do that over and over again. Yeah, I doubt we'll get Moonlit Snow as an early ability on release. I would love that, but I doubt it. Okay, what do I want? Let me figure out what I want on Brute. Brute, what we doing? I would like Yoki. Yoki will be fun. Ninja modes seem pretty new, player friendly, right? I don't know if that's sarcasm or serious. Because I can see it for either way. I think for many people, not having a key pulse could have been cool. Well, hope I helped. You did help, Advent. I kind of figured Axe would be a decent yokai weapon since it has a Mystic Guard against yokai, and it does. It does. I'm evaluating it from like, hey, what does a player start with? Like, very new player. Not like, oh, they got the Mystic Arts. I think they made ninja mode like new player friendly. Yeah. I think it's like pretty easy for people to dabble into, but there's also like a lot of depth to it. You know, not worrying about the key pulls, just dodging a lot, but like in order to get it's new player friendly, but it's not easy. Is what I mean to say. Yeah, I kept using the mist too from the key pulse habit, but I need to like learn it like properly. Like I'm not using it to its full potential. I already know that. I'm more comfortable with deflect, but even then I'm just blocking. I'm not like repositioning, and I imagine that will help quite a bit if I can get really good with it. But that's some times away. I hope they have a skill tree for transformation, like yokai skill tree. I hope they will. I think they have to do that. Because I think anyone who's anyone will constantly compare it to things in from Nioh 2. Yeah, Mist is a free dodge. It's a quick reposition. It doesn't consume ki. It's nice. I just gotta learn it. Alright, get some Gyuki. Fine, I'll get some water. Let's get some water boy up here. I don't really want to use an Onibi. I'd rather use Bakegani. Yes, you can move during a deflect if you have input on the left stick. Correct. Ooh, on second thought, I think I want a Gyuki on this. Ooh, that could be fun, yeah. Where my Gyuki at? Yes. Okay, I do not want Gyuki on here. So what do I want here? Mizuki? No. You need the Nioh 3 beta. Hate that they shut down the alpha, but I suppose it's to keep folks from cracking the game or something. Maybe, yeah. Even though I went out of bounds. No, I don't want to use Kasha. Ryomen, I haven't used Ryomen in a long time. Why do I use 2 Guardian Spirits in this game? So I have access to 2 different Yokai Shift forms and 6 total Soul Cores. That's why. I can start with that, but I don't know if I want that. Is that what I want, though? Yeah, sure, why not? What? Gozugi again? Better not be the same bosses as other time. Okay. Just throw an Itsumade in here. That makes more sense. Purple Itsumade. Gozuki, bruh. Okay. What do we got here? It's, oh, no, it's not. There's no purple Suki. I could see it from here. Okay, well, time to go. Only his brother was in Nioh 3. He's angry, yeah. You got to see his older brother, Mizuki. Gozuki is the brother that tries. What? Okay, I was Mizuki, Gozuki, and Mizuki. Oh well. No, I'm not playing this play as Gaki mod. Stop. No. Anyway, you almost finished with Wolong, just got DLC 2 and 3. After that, I might replay other titles. Also looking at Wu Chang, Fallen Feather, so I think I'm good till then. Yeah, you've got a lot. This is staged? Yes, this is staged. Next boss is a Nenra. I'm calling it. It's a Nenra. Ashinkoji? Ah. Oh fuck. Okay, I didn't expect that. Shit. Oh shit. Spirit Wind didn't work as well as I wanted. That was challenging. Ashinkoji's no joke. Okay, any advice on White Tiger? Is it just a patience game? No, it's not. Your job is to try to get to the sides of White Tiger. That's where he's most vulnerable. He might jump around everywhere, but if you can understand, like, if you can just keep staying close to him, you're in good shape. You do not want White Tiger to be at long range. You heard this is the best place to learn how to use the Ogaki Soul Core? You are wrong. Yo, you're fighting Gosuke and Mezuki? Cool to see a new player streaming. How do you like the game so far? Seems like you got the hang of it really quickly. Yeah, this game's easy as shit. What are you talking about? First tried these bosses. What the hell? If I had a button that removes Gakis from Nioh 3 but adds them Ninja Gaiden 4, would I press it? Yeah, fuck Ninja Gaiden. I just won't play Ninja Gaiden. It's that simple. Bruh, seriously? Now you're gonna switch weapons, I know it. Whatever, this is why you get this, okay? Bruh. Come on. Thank you. He's your last boss on floor 30. He hits like a truck and his combos are crazy. Yeah. There's a few melee things to worry about, but like, just try to stick to his sides. I'm like trying to do this axe only. Come on. It's one thing that frustrates me about Nioh 3. It's like, oh, cool, one attack, and then it's over. I'm like, really? What? It's just silly shit like that. Oh, greed on my part. I missed with Gyuki. Whatever. I think we'll get new weapons for Nioh 3. I'm pretty sure we will. They're probably gonna have like samurai exclusives and ninja exclusives. Pretty sure. I heard it's Nioh 2.5. What makes it Nioh 2.5? I've heard it a lot. But like, I obviously am like disagree with it, but I want to understand people's reasoning for it nonetheless. Dude, another giant toad? Man. Oh, I got exploded. Already at floor 5? This has been another bunch of uneventful bosses. For real. It works, I guess. Oh, that sucks. I beat them all already. So anticlimactic, no. Let's see. Who do we have? Gozuki, Mizuki, Giant Toad, Kashin Koji, and then who's the other one? Who was the other one? I like completely forgot. Oh, Saito Yoshitatsu. Gozuki, Mizuki is like Kashin Koji was the most engaging one. The other one's not so much. Bruh, just cleared this shit. And none of the levels were something I was like super excited to try out. That's like all the Nioh gameplay I have. But I am curious. So White Mike, what makes you is it of your opinion that it's Nioh 2.5 or is it what you've heard people say? Because if it's your opinion, I definitely want to know. And if you think it's Nioh 2.5, I'd like to understand why. Do I have a picture scroll with purple Hayabusa? I don't have a purple Hayabusa. I have a purple Tsuchigumo. There is no purple Ren, unfortunately. There's like the pink red ones, but no purple. You heard that from other streamers? You have not tried it? I can, if you want to know, like, I think it's, to me, it's Nioh 3. Like, there's some things that are like graphically similar and like it's not that big of a deal to me. They're like nice to have. For me, the gameplay loop is fundamentally enhanced enough so that it feels like a proper sequel. People saying every Nioh is just 0.5, then every Souls like is literally 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. Why don't I use Shinatsu Iko? That's a good question. I'm too lazy to grind it, farm it, and I just don't need it. That's what it boils down to. I just don't need it. I just need them to have more anime hairstyles. Would be nice, right? Ooh, this is a chill mission. In Nioh 3, the water looks worse than Nioh 1 after checking, so they'll definitely upgrade it in the final version. Yeah, they've got a lot to upgrade. They've got a lot. Especially with what I saw out of bounds. I'm like, it's cool to explore, but goddamn, it needs some work. I think this mission farms Umbersite, does it? Oh, I didn't know. Isn't it pretty busted? Shinatsu Hiko? Yeah, I think so. I just don't need it. I don't need anything more busted. That's what every single Gaki deserves. Shinatsu Hiko is very good and incredibly effective for key consumption. For all that combo play, absolutely. It is vastly superior to what I have. Why do you want better water so it looks more pretty when you drown in it? Yes, exactly. Like the water, like I didn't make comparisons to the water graphics or anything like that. So I can't really comment on it. Like I didn't really notice. Like I'm not the guy to talk to for that. For me, I'm gonna focus on gameplay. Like what's it? Is it enhanced? Is it fun? Is there potential? So I'll play it. And to me, there was. It was a definitive upgrade. Too shabby. Can you hit a crazy evasion cancel clip real quick? No, I don't want to. I'd rather a Team Ninja game look dated graphically and run well, given how questionable Katana engine is, than how much optimization could suffer if they prioritize visuals. I'm in the same boat. I want the game to run well. I'm okay with it not looking like absolutely amazing. Aw, man. Quick question though. I assume it's answered in some guide somewhere, but can evasion cancel be done without the neutral and without the stick in neutral for the sheath? I don't think so. I don't actually remember, to be honest. I like don't use the evasion cancel all that often. Hey Groshan, not too much. How are you? I enjoy hatchets a lot, yes. Hatchets are definitely one of my favorite weapons. DLC Otakimaru is stupid. AK, he beat me up. Isn't that the truth? Hey, what's up, Swole? Yeah, DLC Otakimaru is crazy. I'll take a cat, why not? Hi mate, hi peeps, new to this channel, been playing Nioh 2 for some time, but never went to the end. Stopped in Way of the Nioh 3, but this time trying to make it to the end. Hey, good luck, I hope you can do it. If GSP made it to the end, I'm sure everyone can do it. I'm enjoying this positive mental attitude. Damn it. Been playing with Mogatsu 7, Susa 6, trying to get bored of it, trying to swap to Iza Ninigi, but accessory drops are horrible. Yes, they are. One of the biggest pains. Just to confirm, Guardian Spirits have their own abilities in Nioh 3, right? Yes! Guardian Spirit skills are very similar to yokai abilities. The only difference being that you can also burst counter with them. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, let me catch up with chat. I didn't know Advancing Storm brought you high enough to jump over Itsumade's tail. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? All these like little things make fights a little more enjoyable. Post Nioh 2 depression hits hard, can't wait for 3, right? Alright, let's see. Where was I last at? Yeah, Nioh 2, like, endgame stuff starts to become a grind. It's all, like, RPG grind, so... I think, like, the main missions are, I think, indicative of... I think they're, like, pretty reasonable for, like, Nioh, like, gameplay difficulty. But, like, Underworld is what? 108 floors of bosses, lots of RPG grind, like, it's... it's what I'd expect from an RPG. It's not like with Ninja Gaiden per se, where they had like their missions where each mission was unique. Here it's kind of just like random. Here you go, enjoy. RNG time. It's okay. So Lucky asked, oh yeah, I was curious about that. How do Guardian skills work on burst attacks timing wise? Do they have their own timing or is it based on when the attack connects? It's based on when the attack connects. So, yes, some of the Guardian Spirit skills have longer animations than others. That can help in some scenarios. Some of them are really quick and really fast. So it just depends. And I guess we have yet to see how the game is going to account for us being able to basically brute counter everything. Imagine there's different benefits to do that instead of the usual burst counter. It's very much an active brute counter if we think about it. The downside is actually that it costs a lot to do. Costs a lot. Costs a lot of spirit force, which takes place of anima. It is an incredible amount. Island of Monsters. I have to fight Owl. Owl boring. I don't want to fight Owl. I've seen some with a bunch of hits, so that probably helps with the timing element. Yeah, there is a wind one. It's like called 8-Winded Blade. I forget what the Guardian Spirit is called for the Wind Spirit. But like, it's a lot of hits. So, if you know an enemy is about to use, I guess, their super move, for whatever reason, you know it's coming out, you can like preemptively get some hits off. And then like the last of your hits can overlap and shut it down. But right, so style switch Costs nothing. It's free, and basically you always have your burst break, burst counter. You'll always have it. It's free. But that's very much like on reaction timing. It's very much like phantom timing. So you have that at all times. Now, the thing is with the Guardian Spirit skills, they can basically brew counter everything, but they cost a lot. They're pretty expensive. So I think at most I could use like two of them back to back, or maybe even 3 sometimes. I don't know. We'll have to see how the build elements come into play. So maybe like 3 or 4 at some point. But they're a pretty expensive resource. Now, in the same way with Nioh 2, like when you start the game, using Ippon Datra is great, but it's 7 anima out of like 10. Versus like, oh, Brute Slap, 1 anima. So it's kind of like, it's a trade-off. The Guardian Spirit skills are awesome, but they're expensive. The style shift costs nothing, but is phantom timing, and some attacks have like very long windups, and they're very threatening. And so if you fuck up the timing, you're like dead. Like Blood Edge Demon has like this crazy explosion of like souls everywhere, like an Itsumade type explosion, just like absorbs everything and then boom, right? So that's pretty crazy. Now, I don't know if I've countered that like with good timing. I've usually just shut it down because I'm like, oh shit, I need to shut it down. Use my Guardian Spirit skill now. And then I use it, and then then I'm safe. But then there's other moments where like Blood Edge Demon will like jump at me real quick, and I can't do a Guardian Spirit skill. So like, I'm like, thank God I have the style shift. So having those options is nice. I have them accessible to me at all times. They're pretty cool. There are so many Souls games that I didn't play. I usually just stick to Team Ninja ones. What are some other similar good Souls games? I've heard a lot of good things about... I played Bloodborne. Bloodborne is a very unique experience. Like, I wouldn't say like the combat was like, whoa, super amazing like Team Ninja. But it's a very different flavor. And it was very like eerie, very creepy. It was cool for like the atmospheric setting and like unexplained shit that's happening. And like I got curious about the lore, and it's like... It's just like weird. So that was fun. Sekiro is enjoyable for many. Another obviously very popular one is Elden Ring. So I think those are like some of the more notable ones. Other members in chat have also talked about Armored Core, which is like with mechs and stuff like that. And it looks really cool. I'm sure there's going to be a skill bonus that can refund a bit of the cost for Guardian counters. Yeah, I imagine so. So, the thing is, this is what we're introduced to at the start. The alpha, remember, is a small snippet of what the game is going to be like. And then and assuming they release DLC, we're going to get destroyed. I am kind of scared, like in a fun way. Like it's gonna be a little freaky. You know, just like I've thought like Blood Edge Demon's been introduced. Could you imagine Itsumade made appropriate for Nioh 3? It's gonna be shit like, well, you're gonna have to learn to counter him in the air. Style shift in the air or some shit. Cause you can do that. I bet they're gonna have attacks where it's like, yeah, you have to like know how to jump around it and style shift in midair. I'm like, well, fuck. That'll be a really fun challenge. Alright, if only I didn't get hit. The fact that endgame Nioh 2 players are already finding Alpha Nioh 3 fun is a great sign. Like, for a fair comparison, put Nioh 2 Region 1 next to Nioh 3 and it's no contest. Yeah, pretty much. I enjoyed it. I loved being able to switch in between ninja style and samurai style. And having two completely different toolkits to address the situation. And then what I loved about that, on top of that, was that I could mix and match all sorts of shit and seamlessly go in between them. I loved how just because I would say stick to a samurai style, I could still regenerate ninjutsu for ninja style and vice versa. I'm like, this is great. So it was like a huge sense of combat flow. I love doing stuff like cicada shell and ninja style to teleport to an enemy, and then like, you know, and then like quickly style shift to be in samurai mode with like arts proficiency ready to go on an out of key enemy. There's that type of shit. Or like the aerial combat with ninja style was like very satisfying. Like that horseman boss, you know, he'd do that fire wave outward, and like it was cool for me to like say use dual swords or dual ninja swords, and then like quickly jump up and then do that move. What was it called? It wasn't abscission, but it was like spinning drill, right? Spinning drill, and then just like spinning drill like down on him. I'm like, this is fucking cool, dude. Go up in the air with ninja, press style switch, click mid-air, Odachi heavy attack. Yes! Yes! Shit like that. I didn't really get into mess around with that. That was cool. He had like those mid-air attacks as well. So there's like the cool aerial component. You've got no way of getting Dream of the Nioh Grace like Ninigi or Izanagi except straight up dropping them as they are. No way to reroll graces or even stats or improve them with penance. There is a way, actually. So in the Underworld, there are specific graces that will drop on specific floors. So you have to just be on those specific floors, and your likelihood of getting them is much higher. So like, let me take a look, for example. Hold on, I'll find it. Okay, you've seen Iza at floor 147, etc. Okay, so you understand that. I don't need to tell you then. Right. So yeah, but other than that, there's just like the lucky drop graces from other people's Scrolls of the Damned. That can help. You can also, yeah, you can upgrade with Storm of Penance, but that's pretty much it. Can't really reroll graces. It's maybe I can find a soul matching, Grace Inheritance. That's really it. Alright, people were already finding new animation tech. Plus, you gotta compare how bad even good Nioh 2 players looked 5 years ago compared to 2-3 years after release. Right, that too. I'm pretty hyped for Nioh 3. I really enjoyed messing around with ninja style. And then I was like, I remember there were moments where I'm like, whoa man, ninja style feels like super, super good. Like, it feels like way too good. And then I was like, and then I started messing around more with samurai style, and I was like, well shit, samurai style feels absolutely busted. And then I'd go back to like, wait, ninja style feels a little bit more powerful because of this air combat. And then I was like, wait, samurai style has arts proficiency and frost moon practically infinite chaining. Like, what is happening here? I'm like, both of these feel awesome and busted. This is great. Like, it was so cool for me to like full on do a shit ton of attacks, arts proficiency mode with like sword. It'd be like Heaven Flash, Flowing Shadow, this and that and that and that, sequence this away, and I'm like, yo man, I feel like a combo god. And then like, alright, back to ninja style, cicada shell, and then whoosh, teleport behind a guy, do a bunch of attacks, throw out ninjutsu, guardian spirit skill, fly away. I'm like, whoa, this is awesome. And I'm like, this is from the alpha demo? Bro, this is great. Is Nioh 3 gonna have those ray tracing shadow graphics? I got no clue, to be honest. Playing Nioh 2 on an OLED screen makes a huge difference too with graphics. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I enjoyed the Nioh 3 demo quite a bit. It was fun. One thing I'm worried about arts proficiency being the best, so everyone would just spam it and other combos wouldn't be as good. Spamming arts proficiency, I think they've made it a point so that players want to get to arts proficiency. But being able to spam it like I did is a lot more challenging than it looks. Because without taking advantage of things like Frost Moon and Flux 2, by the way, I had to do Flux 2 into Frost Moon. Alright, so that's already advanced for players. And I had to do that while making sure I didn't get hit. Because if I get interrupted, Arts Proficiency is gone. It's just gone. And I've had that happen, where I'd be like, fuck, I lost my combo chain. I feel like new players will pick it up pretty fast, and the good players will also be forced to use it due to being OP, so there wouldn't be much skill difference. In some situations, I can understand that, like on regular enemies, but against bosses, it was way too difficult. It's just way too difficult. Because they would shut me down pretty easily. Like, the only time I can get away with that nonstop spam is when an enemy is out of key. A yokai is out of key. But if I'm not prioritizing other things, then the yokai boss is just going to pop Dark Realm. Or get all their key back. But, so... that's challenging. But it is certainly like... I do think it can be super powerful. I think it's okay for it to be like a very, very powerful thing. But in order, like, Arts Proficiency is what? Just, like, most people normally are just gonna, like, what? Spam a certain skill a bunch of times, or different skills a bunch of times. Right? That much is very clear. People will probably use it for, like, a free Moonlit Snow charge, and then maybe do, like, an extra attack or two. And that's great. But, like, doing what I do is a little complicated. Like, go ahead, try it. There was that one clip where I just relentlessly did a bunch of things with Odachi using Arts Proficiency mode. But I had to learn how to do Flux 2, which is very input heavy. And then Frost Moon on top of that. That's very, very input heavy. And, like, that's, you know, that's quite a challenge for, like, most people don't use Flux 2. We might, but most people who play Nioh 3 will not be using Flux or Flux 2. Pretty sure. Now, if they do, fucking great. But even if, let's say, they do get comfortable with Flux 2 and Frost Moon, using Arts Proficiency well is a bigger challenge than people might expect. I had to, like, understand what moves I could use in a good... Like, I really had to plan shit out to use it well. So it was a lot more challenging than I expected. Against bosses, I would get maybe, like, 3-4 moves out, at most. When I was trying to play Odachi and Spear, maybe 2-3 moves tops. But yeah, it did require a lot of game knowledge. I have to know, not only understand how to use Arts Proficiency well, I have to know the various skills that I'm going to use. I also need to know how to use it against certain bosses, and I have to do all this very quickly. right? Like, very, very quickly. Even more quickly than in Nioh 2. There'll probably be like some build or something that extends the duration of arts proficiency. But like, here's what I know about Team Ninja. From experience, they ain't gonna do shit to cheapen the game. The builds might be crazy powerful, and we have a rough idea what they'll be like based on Nioh 2. But like, they'll compensate very, very quickly. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll find a way to make it feel good. But I don't think, like, I can't face roll bosses with arts proficiency. I can't. Bosses move, like a boss moves around, for example. Okay, well, there goes my arts proficiency window. Oh, they decide to do a burst attack? Okay, well, then I have to do a different command. Oh, okay, they pop Dark Realm. Well, they have some sort of thing to... They have something that incentivizes me switching my tactics. I've had that happen a lot. I'd be like, oh shit, alright, arts proficiency mode, let's go. Oh shit, doing a burst attack. Well, fuck. I don't want to get hit, so I better style shift right now. Or do a guardian spirit skill immediately, which then ends arts proficiency. So I found that in actual practice, like it felt pretty balanced. The effect ends if you don't follow up with another attack. Yeah, like you have arts proficiency ends if you do not follow up with skills. So and it's pretty tight, pretty tight. Against punching bags, then yeah, of course it's gonna destroy them, but like that's fine. I mean, so I wonder what Fist will be like since Arts Proficiency does the same thing as Unbroken. True. Probably why they need a rework. You think they will be removing being able to spam one skill during Arts Proficiency? No, I don't think so. And I don't even think they need to. Because I remember like I spammed Heaven Flash Lightning like 5 times in a row. And I thought it'd be hilarious, just like constantly jumping in Lightning Strike. And I was like, this isn't as powerful as I thought it was gonna be. The shit like Moonlit Snow, like activate until like Moonlit Snow charge or whatever, like trying to spam those, it still eats up your ki. Right? So timing is pretty tight. You have to have good knowledge of the game. And it's not like, oh, you have infinite ki. Reason I've said like, oh, I can make it use infinite ki is because like I can do Flux 2 into Frost Moon. Very input heavy. Very input heavy. So it's basically like, what? So I'll do stance switch. It's like double tap, right? Right, with like every attack and then chaining into a different attack and like going back and forth. Like it's complex. And I'm saying that for me. It's complex for me. I cannot imagine a new player being like, yo, what the fuck is this? Oh, the infinite attack trick? Well, I have to press buttons at like 300 APM or something like that. It's like with the evasion cancel as well. It's a complex move. And many players won't, well, players usually won't ever need it, but like, you know, it's like not even like remotely necessary. It's cool, but it's like one of those things that doesn't like distort the game much, so I'm not that worried. Yeah, the timing, but yeah, so the timing is ultimately very tight. If I pause, I lose it. So enemies moving away is a problem. It's kind of like, I think a nice way to put it is like, think of like Nioh 2's Beyond Infinity. it's Beyond Infinity is great, but also very challenging to pull off, and for the perfect timing, and like requires a lot of practice. And yeah, so it's just one of those like really powerful, but got to be good with it. So Woody is saying it's got a really nice balance where firing it off accidentally is decent enough, but you can get a lot of mileage if you have the awareness. Yeah. In all practicality, like I started use arts proficiency not as like the super long, like elongated combo chain, because I like could not do that against Blood Edge Demon. But I could use it for like a supreme burst of damage every now and again. And that was very helpful. It was nice to like get off a free attack, especially an expensive one. Like it was very handy, very handy. It's really nice to pull off a Moonlit Snow charge for free and like not eat up 70+% of my ki. But oftentimes with the Odachi, I could maybe get like 2 or 3 extra moves off of that, and that was it. For the fast weapons, I would drain my ki very quickly. Right, like I remember against Blood Edge Demon, like a sequence I would do would be like Heaven Flash into Flowing Shadow to get around him, and this is like when he's out of ki. And then after that, I'd start doing a bunch of different attacks, and then I think like one of the sequences I would use to finish would be like I would do like a Frost Moon to go back and then True and Through. But like by the time I was done with like 4 or 5 skills or martial arts, whatever they call them now, like he was already attacking me, and I'm like, well, fuck, I gotta deflect. So it didn't bother me that much. Like I didn't feel like it was batshit overpowered. It felt like I still had to play well. Let me put it this way. Even with deflect, even with arts proficiency mode, even with all the tools in ninja style, Blood Edge Demon would kick my ass. Okay? He would kick my ass. So Lucky, you asked a question. Can you hold on to the full meter if you go into ninja mode and then switch back to samurai and pop it when you see the opportunity? Witty answered it beautifully. Even better, you can outright charge it while in ninja style, then swap to samurai mode to spend it. Yep. And vice versa works. You can be in samurai mode, or samurai style, do a bunch of shit in samurai style, and then like refill your ninjutsu passively. So like, it's never like, oh, you have to be in ninja style to get ninja things back. It's like, no, you can be in samurai style, and then your ninja stuff will fill up. And then you can go to ninja style and then do the ninja style stuff. Arts proficiency fills up and vice versa. So it's really fun. Agreed. Even with the Nioh tech, Nioh 3 still had that Nioh level challenge. Yeah, it did. It did. Blood Edge Demon, man. That enemy was challenging as fuck. It's definitely going to be a big skill expression when you choose to activate AP. Yes, exactly. So, oh yeah. I forget, someone had asked a question and I completely missed it. So, Pierce Sun had asked me about nearly 15 minutes ago, what did they change with the elements? Nioh 3 brought wind back? Yes. Does it have confusion? They did add confusion. At this time, it doesn't seem like they're going to have purity or corruption. They have fire, wind, lightning, and wind. Fire, water, wind, and lightning. So those main 4 elements. Confusion exists as usual. Wind, I think it reduces enemy ki recovery speed and increases their ki damage taken. So Confusion will be even stronger in 3 since you'll be able to use AP even longer. Yeah, probably. Praying that they see sense and change lightning's effect to an attack debuff or something that isn't a slowdown. Wind is not the same as it was in Nioh 1 where it was an attack debuff. I think Witty, they're probably not going to change lightning. I don't think they will. Because the attack debuff is what happened in Nioh 1 with wind. I don't like the lightning delay either. Don't get me wrong, I fucking hate it. It's irritating as shit. But I think they're keeping it. I think they generally don't want to have players inflicted with debuffs that feel bad. Like, taking more damage is one thing, but like a weakness debuff is irritating. I hated that about wind. I was just like, okay, I'm less powerful now, so it's just gonna take me more time. There's some debuffs I'm okay with. Lightning, as much as it irritates me, I'm okay with. Just like on a fundamental level. Boo. The slowdown feels the worst, I know. Lightning with sloth and movement speed slow is painful. I know, Lucky. That's the frustrating thing with enemies. It's like, oh, you're gonna die with all this shit. Never leave home without your lightning stop talismans, chat? Correct. Yeah, lightning is very annoying. Okay. That was better. Close. Oh, so close. Whee! Good job, Wyra. We should get one more element that slow down us even more than lightning. Why? I don't want any more slow. Boo. Aw, what a shame. That's so cheap, I love it. Really? That was so-so. No! Why not? Slow down effect feels so good. That's a lie. Alright, what am I doing? I'm just killing the same enemies in the dojo. Over and over again. Just playing with a weapon and not doing anything else feels so awkward. Here's how quickly I would murder this guy. That quickly. Single weapon play, no yokai abilities. Ugh. What am I doing? Or better yet, they remove the lightning stop talisman. Stop. Like that quickly. Or that quickly. Cool little combo. I go, wee. Shit like that. Oh. I have I'll allow it if they also add Stranger of Paradise haste. Yes, we need that. We need that. I don't know what to do in this game, to be honest. Like, I can play. I'm like so done. I've exhausted so much of this game. Like, alright, one question I have for people here. Hey, oh, I missed it, Woody. Hey, do my favorite axe combo, Lumber Chop into Bear's Bane in a final blow. Ooh, that's a fun one. Especially because Bear's Bane, like, has quite a lot of range. Okay. For those of you who want to help me with, like, my Nioh 3, like, on when it releases, the content that comes out in Nioh 3 Academy, have the clips that I've been posting, if those were made to be appropriate for Nioh 3, would you like them? No, Lucky, that's a good question. I'm happy to... I'd rather answer your questions than do anything else in here, to be honest. Witty, it is very complex with the timing. You're right. It's so complex. It's one of those things where it's like... Right? Because they get knocked down. Wait, what's the input? Here. You can see how much of a, like, there's a pretty good range to it, right? And so you gotta time it, like, exceedingly well. So that you can trip them up. Okay, Okay, so shorts I think are good. The clips would need you to bring out some editing skills to put text on screen. So what sort of text, Wizard? That's what I want to know. You gotta dodge forward to catch them on the knockback, but you also need to sheath cancel the dodge just right. Damn, that's intense. I don't think I could do it then, since it'd be a little input heavy. Okay. Lucky, I've seen in some people combo videos they switch weapons really early after an animation. Anything you can explain on that? Not like flash attack, just switching. Sorry to ask as you leave the dojo. Okay. Mean stuff like that, like for example? So, one of the ways to quickly switch in between weapons is to do sheath swaps. So, a really easy combination to demonstrate this with is with sword. Like, sheath swaps are a great practice for this, or it's going to be with sword and dual sword. Alright, so I can do quick draw, right? And then you can see I can do a sign of the cross immediately after. Like, that is some seamless transition, right? You can even do fancy shit like this. Tiger sprint into sight. I did a sign of the cross. But I'll break down the inputs very slowly. Alright, so you know how you can sheath on quick, or sheath on key pulse, right? Now I can freely switch my weapons. Right? No biggie. Freely switch my weapons. From here, I can just do a quick draw again. So, it's... Let's do a quick draw, sheath my weapon, swap my weapon, do the other thing. So yeah, sheath swapping is one technique that works really well. Really handy having that instant key pulse, instant cancel from a key pulse for anything, even blocking. Yes, it is very handy. So that's like one of the main things that I do. It's kind of one of those ingrained habits that I can just do a lot of sheath swap stuff. But also, subtle things that can really help is like pay attention to my weapons. My weapons are out right now, right? If I do a brute counter, my weapons are sheathed. So I can switch freely. Phantom will have my weapons out. Brute will have my... will sheathe my weapons, and Feral, it depends on what state you were in before. So if you were sheathed, you'll stay sheathed. If you weren't sheathed, you won't stay. You'll stay unsheathed. Funny enough, I just found it today, you can follow up flash attack from the key pulse skills, like Rising, Gale, Flourish, etc. Yeah, it's really handy. Now, one other thing that makes, say, Hatchet Attack pretty crazy is take a look at what happens if I use any yokai ability, excluding Oni B. Oni B is an exception. But if I use, say, something like Yuki, you can already see my weapon stuff is sheathed. Then I can do the fancy Hatchet Attack. Yeah, ranged weapons are underrated and very powerful. Alright, so... yeah, I hope that makes sense. I'll just stay in the dojo before I have to go. Alright, so Wizard, you said the shorts I think are good. The clips would need you to bring out some editing skills to put text on screen. Skill name, combos, or info for beginners. Some funny flavor text, etc. Okay, I can do that. That won't take much work. Let me jot that down so I don't forget. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Nope, I don't want that. So, question for you once again, Wizard, since you've given me some amazing feedback. For today's play with Shibata, do you think that does a good job of not only giving a boss tip, but also showcases what's possible gameplay-wise, or would at least make you curious if you saw something like that for Nioh 3? Yeah, there's a lot of cool, like, range weapon stuff you can do. I haven't really dabbled with it that much. It's, to me, at least in this game, it's not as neatly, like... It feels very disjointed for me. Yes, it was a good showcase. Alright, so if I did something like that for Nioh 3, that would be cool for you. Is that right? Just want to verify. When it comes to, and while you're responding to that, when it comes to the range weapon play for me, in this game, I find it to be very disjointed from the normal flow of combat. It feels very supportive in nature. It's not, it's nice support, but it's very different from how Nioh 3 has ninja style. And now in that game, I want to use ninjutsu. I'm like, yes, this is an integral part of gameplay, and it's so fun when I can get good with it. Here, it's like, okay, I can shoot a bow every now and again, but like, it doesn't have the same like ninja style feel to it. Whereas, say, in games like Ninja Gaiden, yo, using shuriken or even the bow and arrow felt so good. So good! I love being able to combo with it. Just like little extra things like that. If they could incorporate some ideas from Ronin Bayonet. Yeah, Ronin Bayonet was fun. Stranger of Paradise Ninjutsu integrates into combos well. Yeah, oh yeah. Yo, they had so much cool shit in Stranger of Paradise with like every fucking thing. Like everything. Like the mage gameplay was awesome. Mage gameplay was good. Playing as fucking white mage was actually fun. I was like, what the hell? I'm supposed to be a healer. But here I am mailing people and casting holy and shit. Alright, haste and shell and protect on my character. Let's go, regen. And just like whacking people with a mace. Doing some cool combos, holy combos. I'm like, at this shit. This is white mage. There's supposed to be like no offensive capabilities here, but okay. Black mage was really fun too. I love that. There's ways to make things work with the bow even here, but it's kind of supplementary in both ways and works well like that. Yeah, it's... For me, it's not like, oh, I'm not really incentivized that much to like go into all the range combat stuff. Oh yeah, and then like Sage, gun Sage. Because sages can use a fucking gun. Or gun samurai. I'm like, what? Yeah, the range stuff is obviously very effective. It's, for me, I'm just speaking for me, it doesn't feel that good to bring it out. Like, I'm not like, oh yeah, this is like, I'm super hyped to use it. I'm like, I will recognize, I'm like, yeah, it can be like super effective, get a quick headshot or something like that. But man... It's different from me pulling off like Severing Spin into a sort of meditation, for example. Stranger of Paradise is so fun. I just wish it was optimized well. People would be really amazed at just how effective and addictive it can be. You can fire it almost instantly. I mean, I believe you. I've seen you do it. You do a really good job with it. For me, even seeing that has not been enough to tempt me, though. think aim on key pulse would be very nice. Now that sounds awesome. Oh my god. I would, oh, okay. That would incentivize me a lot. To be like, oh, or you can aim your gun, and then you can aim your ranged weapon for like enhanced firing speed. Or something. That'd be cool. Could you imagine that with a cannon? That'd be so cool. That's why I was saying earlier you could just sheath cancel into aim. I know. I know, but that's not native to the game. And there isn't enough native support. For me, anyway. Right, like, I'm aware of this stuff. Yeah, for me, I think the disjointed, like, camera look bothers me a lot, actually. I think that's honestly the main reason I don't do it. Alright, I think, though, I'm gonna dip out. I am going to dip out now. It's useful. Don't get me wrong, it's useful. I'm not doubting its usefulness. I'm not doubting it can flow well. For me, there's just certain things that, like, to be perfectly honest, I just, like, don't want to deal with anymore. Like, I don't do item cancels or evasion cancels because they're too input heavy for me. They're obviously very effective and very cool, but like I generally am trying as much as possible to work within the confines of the game. Obviously, I don't do that. I do a lot of fucking tech. But again, there are certain things that I guess I have like my own region where I'm kind of like, okay, I'm pretty comfortable in this zone in terms of playing like that. But then some other things, I'm like, to me, it's a little bit of a far reach. It's just a personal preference. But don't let my personal preference dictate what you enjoy. Like, for example, I think item cancels are great. I think they look really cool, but like, I never do them. Yeah, it's just like a personal preference philosophy type thing. That's all. That's really it. So like, obviously, for example, Witty has his own really unique way of playing. And it's cool. Pooper, I have nothing left to do. Also, Pooper, I ain't doing that. I know. Let me qualify that. I have nothing left to do that I am interested in. Still, poke the absolute fuck out of me. Do it. It's fair. It's totally fair. But right, like with item cancels, they are visually dazzling. They are beautiful. They're really cool. Right? Feather key pulses, right, are absolutely awesome. I just never use them because they are not interesting enough to me for my own personal reasons. I'm like, yeah, like my rebuttal will be like, yeah, I could do that, or I could use a yokai ability. I'll use the yokai ability. Feels good to me. Little, like, again, silly things, right? Can't teach an old mama new tricks. Fucking exactly. I'm an old man. Anyway. All right. thank you guys so much for watching and for being here, and I will see everyone next time. Take care and bye.